NASCAR Cup Series qualifying is officially concluded from Texas Motor Speedway, and Carson Hocevar has won his first career NASCAR Cup Series pole. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, NASCAR Cup Series qualifying is done from Texas Motor Speedway, and Carson Hocevar has won his first career NASCAR Cup Series pole. This is now back-to-back weeks, so we have seen a first career pole for a driver. Going back to last week at Talladega Super Speedway, Zane Smith, of course, he won his first career pole with the Former Motorsports team. And now the former driver, of course, Aspire Motorsports organization last year as well. And now for the second week in a row, we've got a first-time pole sitter with Carson Hocevar. Carson has been very close to winning poles over the course of the last couple months and weeks especially. And Carson has had a lot of speed throughout the year. He hasn't had all the finishes to show for so far this year, but I want to give Carson a massive and huge congratulations because this is a really big accomplishment for him. He almost won the pole back at the Southern 500 last year, and this 77 team has had a lot of speed so far in 2025, but they haven't had all the finishes to show for it. But the last couple weeks, Carson's been one of the fastest cars. He had a really strong car at Bristol Motor Speedway a couple weeks back, and he was really fast, of course, at Talladega where he got a top 10 finish. It would not surprise or shock me if he leads a ton of laps in the race tomorrow, and he could be a threat to win his first career race, which, speaking of which, he won his first career Truck Series race at this track 2 years ago with Nice Motorsports. So I think he's got a really good chance and opportunity, and especially with having the experience in the Truck Series race yesterday, I think he's going to have a good chance to win the Cup Series race tomorrow. But a massive deal for Carson, a big deal for Spire, their second pole in this series, going back to McDowell where he won the pole, of course, at Las Vegas earlier this year. But congratulations, Carson, on winning his first career NASCAR Cup Series pole, a massive deal for him. So now we're going to talk about all the top qualifiers and qualifying and talk about what we expect from the race tomorrow. So Carson Hocevar wins the pole. William Byron qualifies on the front row. Continues to be the fastest Hendrick car when it comes to qualifying. This 24 car has been really strong all year so far. Had a lot of speed. Has been one of the most consistent teams out there as well. Had a really good draw and started inside the top 5 in second. Great job for Byron. He'll start on the front row in second place. Austin finishes third. Wins last week at Talladega, and he's got a lot of momentum right now. He takes that win from last week, and he's got a lot of momentum going to week, and will start in third position. Fantastic job for Sinner. The fastest Penske car by a mile. When you look at the rest of Penske cars, they weren't even close on the grid. So fantastic job for Sinner. He'll be starting third. Kyle Larson qualifies fourth. The only former or current former champion coming into the year that qualified better than 24th in this race. Larson has a really fast car. He had decent long run speed. His car looked really great in practice as well. No surprise to see Larson up front. Remember, he will be substituting for Connor Zilic in the Xfinity Series race later today. He'll have a good chance to win that race. He'll be starting 20th because they didn't have qualifying yesterday. But Larson starts at the top 5 looking for redemption from last year after he dominated that race and probably should have won. He'll start in 4th. Good speed for Kyle Larson. Mike McDowell qualifies 5th. Continues to be one of the fastest Spire cars every week. This has been impressive for McDowell. He's taken the speed he had at front row and brought it over to this program this year. Fantastic job for Michael McDowell. He'll start inside the top 5 in 5th place. Great speed for him. Ty Gibbs qualifies 6th. Continues to have a really good turnaround, especially with qualifying up front and getting a lot of really good finishes as well. He's had a really good stretch of weeks recently, and he's been pretty good at Texas in the past. He'll be starting inside the top 10 in 6th place. Good job for Ty Gibbs. Josh Berry qualifies 7th. He's been really going to qualify in a mile and a half this year, and he's had speed on the mile and a half. Of course, won at Las Vegas earlier this year. He had a really fast car today. He'll be starting in 7th. Great job for Josh Berry. Danny Hamlin qualified 8th. Good speed for Hamlin. He's won here 3 times before. Looking for his 3rd win of the season. He's got a good chance to do it tomorrow. He'll be starting 8th. Good speed for him. Bubba Wallace qualified 9th. Once again, out-qualifies his teammate. This is a track where Bubba Wallace has been historically pretty good at in the past, so fantastic job for Bubba. He'll be starting in 9th place. And how about AJ Allmendinger, qualified in 10th? Good speed for Allmendinger. He's been quietly having a really good season so far with the College Racing Team. He'll be starting 10th. Good job for him. Alex Bowman qualified 11th. Decent speed, but not fantastic speed. But Bowman did look pretty good on the long run. He'll be starting in 11th. Chris Buescher qualified 12th. He's one to watch for tomorrow. Very fast car on the long run, especially. Starting inside the top 15 and 12th. Looking for his first win at Texas and Cup. Great job for him. He'll be starting in 12th. Zane Smith qualifies 13th. Decent speed for Zane Smith, all things considered. Really the only front row car that qualified. Pretty good speed from Zane. He'll be starting 13th. Good job for him. Eric Jones qualified 14th. Pretty good speed on the long run. He'll be starting inside the top 15. Good speed for him. All the Spire cars qualified inside the top 15, with Justin Haley qualifying 15th. Chris Bell a little bit lower in the charts. He'll be starting in 16th. Same with Tyler Reddick is starting back in 17th. Noah Grayson will start in 18th, the second of the front row cars. Decent speed for him, especially in practice. Austin Dillon qualifies 19th, and Cole Custer with another top 20 starting spot in 20th place. Riley Hurts qualified in 21st. Best start for him so far this year. One of the better starts he's had so far this year. He'll start 21st. Chase Briscoe, a little bit of disappointing qualifying run. He'll be starting back in 22nd. Ty Dillon qualifies 23rd. Ryan Blaney, who had a very bad qualifying draw, he'll start back in 24th. Daniel Suarez will start 25th. The fastest of the Trackhouse cars. The Trackhouse cars just have no speed at all whatsoever today. Kyle Busch starting a little bit farther back because of a bad qualifying draw. He'll be starting in 26th. Got a lot of work to do. He just celebrated his 40th birthday. Gonna have a lot of work to do in the race tomorrow. He'll be starting in the back. Joe Logano also had a terrible qualifying draw because he got that disqualification last week at Talladega. He'll be starting 27th. John Nemechek qualifies in 28th. Chase Elliott had a really disappointing qualifying run and way off his teammates especially. He'll be starting 29th. That 9 car has had no speed whatsoever this week, and he's been down for the 4th Hendrick car so far throughout the year. Got a lot of work to do in the race. He'll be starting 29th. Braggs Austin qualifies 30th. Once again, getting out-qualified by his teammates by quite a bit for the most part. One of his teammates. He's got a lot of work to do in the race. He's good at this track. He'll be up there, I think, by the end, but he's got to have a good run. Just not the best start of the year for Keselowski. Ross Chastain qualifies 31st. Got a lot of work to do in the race, but he'll probably be a factor by the end. Todd Gillen qualified 32nd. 33rd for Ryan Preece. 34th for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jesse Love in his first of 2 starts at Beer Motorsports. He'll start 35th. 36th starting spot for Cody Wurst. Shane Van Gisbergen, the slowest of the charter cars. He qualified 37th. Just no speed in that car whatsoever this week. And Chad Fincham qualifies last in 38th place. So, those are some of the thoughts on qualifying. Now, let's talk about some of the things to expect in the race tomorrow. I think the Hendrick cars really fast outside of Chase Elliott. Kyle Larson looked really good in practice. William Byron looked really good in practice. I think Alex Bowman had decent speed in practice. But you got to look at guys like Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs, very strong in the long run especially. I do think the Penske cars are a lot better than where they qualified. I think Logano and Blaney actually have some pretty good long run speed, but they're going to have some work to do to get up front. Josh Berry, he looked pretty good on the long run as well. And I'll mention the 2311 cars of Tyler Reddick and even Bubba Wallace. I think Bubba and those guys will be a factor. And Chris Buescher looked really good in practice as well. Got a little bit of work to do to get up front, but I think he'll have a car definitely able to get it done. The other big thing is dirty air. Dirty air is going to be very prominent during the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow. I think it's going to be really tough to pass. From what a lot of people are saying that are at the racetrack, a lot of drivers were complaining about the dirty air, and we know it's very difficult to pass with the next-gen car. This car has a lot of dirty air behind it, so it's going to be very difficult to pass. Track position is going to be a major key. They're going to all be basically trying to get up front because even with newer tires, it's going to be tough to pass. I think the long runs will see some passing, but it's going to be very difficult to pass. It's a next-gen issue, but it's also an issue with the track. Texas has been a one-groove track for a very long time, and generally the racing at the track has not been great. I think you're going to see a lot of crashes in this race. I think this is going to be one of the most treacherous races of the season so far because of how difficult it is to going to be able to pass in the race later tomorrow. But I think it's going to be tough to pass, which I think will make a pretty wild race. Maybe it can also create a very exciting race as well. So, that is going to be for reactions in NASCAR Cup Series qualifying from Texas Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's get aboard with that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts on NASCAR Cup Series qualifying from today at Texas? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And congratulate Carson Hocevar on picking up his first career NASCAR Cup pole. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later today on the channel, we're going to have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race be from Texas Motor Speedway. Then tomorrow, I'm going to have the starting lineup video dropping a little bit early in the morning. You'll be seeing that around 7 to 7:30. And then, of course, I might do like a short review of the Cup race, probably talk about the winner, so I won't be able to do a full-scale review as I'm going to be working tomorrow. And then on Monday, we should have a NASCAR news. We probably have 2 news videos, actually, because there's been so much news that's been breaking over the course of the last couple of days. We got content coming up, people like Haley Ding and Shane Van Gisbergen, cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Connor Zilch, Junior Motorsports. We had a big update on Connor. Dodge, Honda, you name it, Junior Motorsports, Carson Quaffle, Sam Mayer, Eric Almirola, Sheldon Creed, Chandler Smith, all the good stuff we'll be talking about on the channel in the coming days and weeks as we progress throughout the rest of the year. We've got Kansas next week, which I'm really excited about that weekend. We've only got 2 races, though, and I'm going to say there is a silly season update that'll be coming sometime next week that should be coming very, very soon. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.